Yo, what is going on, you tongue-tied Talonflames? Today we're playing some games with VikaRay. This is Jose Morero's special event winning list from Guatemala. I haven't thought too much of VikaRay for quite a while, but with Jose winning the special event, I thought I'd go ahead and give it another shot. So I haven't played any games with this list, so like some of the other videos I've done recently, we're going to be doing some learning together with this one. Nothing like too ridiculous in the list. Obviously, the additions of the Prism Stars are super nice for VikaRay. So those are some new additions to the deck in general. Recently, he's sticking around with one of the Delmais in here. I assume for the Zapdos matchup, give yourself a non-GX attacker to kind of use alongside the Shaman. He's got the Marshadow in here. I assume for the Pikarom matchup, when you're not quite able to keep enough energy in play, you can use the Marshadow to knock out a Pikarom pretty easily. You don't need too much energy in play for the Marshadow to knock out a Pikarom. And then we've got the Pokemon support line of 2 Lele, 1 Marshadow, supporters of 3 Cynthia, 2 Lily, 3 Volkner. So playing heavily for the turn 2 Vikavolt through the Volkner there. And then 3 Lysander Labs. This is the most interesting card, I think, in the deck. Although I kind of understand why it's in here. People are playing like tool cards are super important currently, like escape boards, choice bands. Choice bands is specifically very important against Rayquaza. Keeping escape board shut off with Lysander Labs, also pretty cool. Also gives you a counter to your opponent's stadiums, Devoured Fields, Shrines, the Prism Stadiums, whatever. So I think I like the heavy count of Lysander Labs. Like I said, I haven't played any games with this list personally, but initially thinking about how it interacts with some of the other decks in the current meta. Yeah, I like the idea of it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into some games and let's see how it works. Getting into the first game here, start is a little rough. Lele start. We at least have the Lily Volkner follow-up, so we could still pull off that turn 2 Vikavolt that we were always looking for, but a little rough. I think it's some kind of fighting deck. Lily Fighting Energy Switch, probably some kind of Buzzwole deck. Mulligan is very much appreciated, and Ultra Ball is a great pull. So we will be able to, what's it called here? Get off a pretty reasonable Lily. So it is a Zorark deck. Yeah, I don't know about this matchup. Seems fine. They got a Fighting Energy and the Switch back in their hand after the Mulligan. It's pretty funny. There's the Lele. We'll see if it grabs that Elm, Lily. I mean, it could grab a Judge or something at this point as well. Lily for 4 versus Judge for 4 is basically the same thing. Well, what is the Lily? There we go. We'll see that coming down here in just a second. There it is, Lily for 4. See what kind of Zorark we're up against. I guess it does have the basic fighting, so it is probably, and we saw 2 basic fighting in the last Mulligan too, so it probably is just kind of a straight Zorark build. As I go ahead and grab some Zoruas. Here we go. Ooh, another great top deck here for us. All right. So I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Guzma plus a grass, get a Rayquaza. Nest Ball for our Grubbin. Then we'll attach to the active. Well, we do this first. Maybe I should have left the Grubbin in there, because if I hit one, oh no, there goes Coco Prism. Not like this. No. Alright, that's going to have to be fine. So we lose the Coco Prism. Second Grubbin. We don't have the Candy Vikavolt in hand, so we're gonna go ahead and Rayquaza first, because we might kick the Vikavolt out of the deck, and then we could do that for it. Not quite. So we're gonna go with the GX attack here. No pokes in here. I'm not sure I'm gonna grab anything. I might want to leave the bench space open. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it open. Recycler for 3, and then a GX attack, a Tempest GX. Yeah, we don't have Draw Supporter, we don't have the Candy Vikavolt, so may as well just go ahead and Tempest for 6. That's a double Candy Vikavolt in the hand. All right, now we're cruising. Double Candy Vikavolt, that's what I'm talking about. That's more like it. So, gonna be able to knock out this Zorark next turn, easy peasy, no problem. They really have to judge away our hand here, and there's an Ultra Ball. Would not be surprised if this goes Lele for Judge, but then I don't understand why they wouldn't just have gone with, why wouldn't they just go with trade first? Because you'd rather trade into the Judge and not put the Lele in play. That's how I'd go about it anyways. But maybe they're not going for Judge. Maybe they have the Judge in hand. There's another Zorark grab from our opponent. We'll see where they go from here with this. I mean, I would assume it's going for Lele for Judge. Eventually. Or Judge in general. They kind of do need that. If they whiff DCE here, they definitely just lose. So I would not even be surprised to see our opponent concede here if they just kind of whiff DCE. Or once they see that we do have Candy double VikaRay in our next turn's hand. There's a Nest Ball from our opponent. They've gotten rid of quite a few fighting energy. They're grabbing an Absol. I don't think that does a whole lot in this matchup. We'll see if they got anything else besides that, because that's not going to do it. Nope, that's not going to be quite enough in my opinion. Vulcan here. Gonna leave all the lightning energy in here. No, we could take one of these. We don't actually have a ton of grass. And we prize the rest of our rare candy. So it's gonna be a little bit closer of a matchup than initially thought. We can get 3, 4, 5, 6 energy in play this turn. That's not quite enough to do anything too big. I'm just go ahead and grab a treasure, I think. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna go ahead and punch this thing, I guess. I kind of want to just hold the hand. So yeah, sometimes you prize all the rest of your rare candies. Yeah, we didn't discard any off of the, what's it called, so. Dragon Break. 150 is going to have to be enough here initially. We'll be fine, though. It's not like a huge deal. We're going to get some rare candy out of the prize card eventually. Hopefully. I would assume. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Hopefully. Anyways, yeah, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Was really excited for that double, that turn 2 double VikaRay, but can't always get everything, I guess. There's an Acerola. Not really too big of a deal because we do have the one-shot for next turn set up, so it's kind of an irrelevant Acerola because we will be able to just strong charge, get 7 in play, which does allow us to one-shot Zorark, so yeah, kind of an irrelevant Acerola going on. There they go. They finally get themselves a DCE. Yeah. Ooh, and a choice band. No way to one-shot us, though, even though they have the choice band to switch. Okay, so they're heavy on that switch. They do play the Baby Buzzwole, and you do really want to play switch when you play Baby Buzzwole, actually. There we go. Hit for 130. Oh, 2 basic energy as well. I'm starting to think. Oh, there he is. I don't know if I want to actually use... What's it called here? I don't think so. I don't want to discard important stuff. But I do want to set something else up. We have a lot of lightning, not a lot of grass. Left. And Dragon Break for the knockout here. 240, easy peasy. KO here on this Zorark. Let's see if we grab... Yeah, there they are. Grab ourselves a rare candy. Oh, man. Alright. Well, we'll get the second VikaRay out here shortly. Only a little bit delayed. On this one, we'll get him going this turn. Yeah, so kind of unfortunate. I mean, for what we drew, is kind of unfortunate prizes. But, like, overall, our prizes are kind of fine for the overall game scenario we're going into here. And that's why this matchup is, like... I mean, that's one of the reasons I think, like, VikaRay is actually, like, okay right now. The Rayquaza, I mean, the Zorark matchup is, like, actually, like, favored. The reason it was, like, close before is because they played the Devoured Field Kukui combo. No one really plays that anymore, or as much. They obviously, our opponent here has a Devoured Field, and people aren't really playing the Weavile anymore, which is another reason VikaRay kind of struggled against Zorark, was that Weavile. No one's really playing that either. People are really, like, it's got to find, you've got to find, what's it called, matchup. Find matchup into, okay, so it's a Zygarde Zorark deck. You got a fine matchup into, you know, I'm like struggling right here to come up with the name of the deck. Let me play on my turn. Candy, VikaRay. How many energy are in here? 4. I want this to come into play. Ultra Ball away. These two. Fine VikaRay matchup. I think the Zapdos matchup is okay as well. I think you prefer to not play against Zapdos, but yeah. When the Zorark matchup and the VikaRay matchup are both fine for VikaRay. That's what kind of like gives it some more life into the current meta once again, or into the meta once again in general. So yeah, Let's set this guy up. We have a lightning left, so we have free retreat on anything eventually. Everywhere. And Cynthia, we're not going to use the other strong charge. Just leave those in there for now. Treasure, grab the Marshadow, leave the rest of the hand. Just send out those 2 cards. Dragon Break, knockout. 240. And I think this one's pretty much wrapped up. We'll see if our opponent has any last shenanigans to throw at us. I doubt it. There's another rare candy. They do have the Zygarde, but we have plenty of damage, plenty of energy in play to be able to one-shot it. If they go with like a Guzma play stall on the VikaVault, we left lightning energy in the deck, so we can just get it out with strong charge and give ourselves the free retreat through the Thunderclap zone. Yeah, if they are somehow able to KO us, we got the Lele for the Guzma. If they somehow KO us with a non-GX, we got Lele for Guzma, knockout Lele. How would they ever KO us with a non-GX? I don't think that ever happens. Yeah, they're going to set up the Zygarde. But I don't think it matters. There's a Viridian Force bumping our Lysander Labs. Will hit us a little bit harder, but not quite hard enough. Another trade. Kind of just going through the motions at this point to their eventual demise. There they go. They get their energy. Very nice. A little too late, though. And strong charge. Lightning into play on this guy. Attached to the VikaVault. And we're going to do a little bit of overkill here. What are we doing? 300 damage. Knock out this Zygarde GX to close out this first game for our 3 rare candy prize. Doesn't matter though, we're able to get out that first candy VikaVault and then kind of build up from there. Our opponent did whiff the turn to attack, but I guess that's fair for us prizing 3 rare candy. I don't know. Yeah, we both set up decently reasonably. They did not judge us after we GX'd, and the game was pretty much over from when that happened, I think. Yeah, and that's going to do it for this one. Up with a bunch of goons here on this one. They're all pretty much good. I don't want to open with Tapu Koko Prism. Are playing against another Zorark deck. Yeah, I don't want to open up the Tapu Koko Prism. Don't want to open Grubbin for sure. I'm okay to open up with the Zorark GX. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll open up with him. That's like fine. Yeah, I don't want to open up with anything else though here. See what our opponent's got going on. Oof, they got the turn 1 energy attachment plus the Elm. Man, you gotta calm down. This ball for our Grubbin. We do have the Candy VikaVault in hand, but we don't have anything else to go with it, so I really think we should probably just Cynthia here. Look for some more options. Still have the Candy VikaVault. I am just going to go ahead and not Stormy Winds here. Attach, and then pass over to our opponent. Yeah, Stormy Winds didn't seem really worth there. I mean, I could have Stormy Winds, but I have no energy in the discard pile. If I had energy in the discard pile, I think I would. I mean, I would have gone with the what's it called there? The Stormy Winds to get the energy back for sure, but like, chance of me discarding energy isn't like that ridiculously high. I guess what? The deck plays 13. I had 2 in hand, so there's 11 left. Probably 1 or 2 prize. So let's just say there's 9 left. 9 out of 42, million 3. Yeah, not great chances of hitting an energy. Yeah, so not worth the Stormy Winds. They're just discarding resources, I don't think. Almost for sure just discarding resources, so yeah. Play it out like this. We're still fine. There's nothing like bad happening yet. We're still chilling. Wait and see what our opponent's got in store for us. There's a Mallow. So I suspect one of our Grubbins to be knocked out, or maybe punch our Rayquaza. That would also be pretty reasonable from our opponent. We'll see what they got in store. They could also, if they have the Devoured Field, they could go chase our Koko Prism. That would also be pretty good turn, pretty good play from our opponent. Yeah, we'll see what they got though. Second trade, yeah, definitely Lycanroc. It's just what are they going after? I'm curious. It's gonna be after the Rayquaza. All right, that's fine with me. Goodbye, Ray. It was nice to know you, bud. There's a Muck. Ooh, the Muck's super good from our opponent too. Ooh, how do we handle Muck? I didn't really think about Muck. Got this kind of Koko Prism kind of tied up on the board now. It's fine. We'll figure something out. Yeah, didn't really consider Muck to be like that big of a deal at all. And then they kind of use him, and I'm like, whoa, wait, Muck? Who plays that card? Yeah, so the Muck's super good here from our opponent. Shuts off a lot of our stuff. Our Free Retreat, our Koko Prism, like everything, really. Really need to find another Rayquaza here is what we really need to find. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, not quite. Go ahead and throw out the labs. And just go ahead and with a Dragon Break. Doing 120. Our opponent is at a 0 card hand, though, so this is like like reasonable for us. I think we're in a little bit of a tough situation though. That Muck doing a lot of work, not finding another Rayquaza. So we're really seeing the good and the bad versus the Zorark deck here, I think. Our opponent set up super well, super efficiently so far. It's very possible they don't see any kind of supporter here, and we are able to take 2 prizes on the Zorark, which would kind of even up the situation. Unfortunately, we have to probably attack with a Zeraora, which means this Lycanroc just knocks this out with a Claw Slash on the following turn, and then we have to come up with an answer for this. We do have the Shaman Prism still, I think, in there chilling, so that'd be a pretty good answer. Yes, all right. So they only get the Ritus beating for the 270, which is exactly what we wanted to see. And we'll see where it goes from here. Definitely need to use this. Definitely going to do this before we Lily. Get this guy set up. We're just going to go ahead and with the Plasma Fists here. Grubman's going to make his way down, and then we're just going to Lily for 3, hoping for the best. The best does not look great, but actually the Delmise is very good if the Lycanroc makes its way into the active here. Plasma Fist, and we can Rare Candy out another Vikavolt. Not looking too bad, actually. Maybe I should have held off on benching the Delmise, though. Oh my goodness, more Rare Candies. Short supply last guy. In short supply of them last game, this game, they are everywhere. Oh, there's a Devoured Field, so that means the Delmise will probably most likely get knocked out by a Zorark. There's an Erika's for huge value there from our opponent. I hate to see Erika's get so much value. I always feel like the card is not quite that consistent as it looks. There's a second Zorark, so I would be very surprised if our opponent whiffed an energy here. But they ideally optimally want a DCE. That's the optimal. They want a Claw Slash. They don't really want a GX attack here if they don't have to. Yeah, they definitely want to find a DCE to Claw Slash. But actually it might not make a difference with how the prize trade is going down. They might get off. Like, they might prefer the Claw Slash. Oh, it looks like they whiffed energy. So it looks like we may be able to pull this one out in the end here anyways. We do have the attack with Delmise pretty much set up and ready to go because we have the Candy second Vikavolt ready to go. We'll see. Did they completely whiff energy? Wow! They drew a lot of cards. Yeah, they drew a lot of cards there as we top deck Vikavolt. I mean, yeah, they just drew a lot of cards to be whiffing there. I'm not gonna say I feel like overly bad, but I would have definitely assumed they would hit the combo there. Definitely feels bad, man. Delmi's about to do work. Gonna go ahead and Volcar. Not gonna take an energy. We will take a treasure for a potential Ray. Just want to check everything real fast. Okay, sounds good. Then we're gonna go ahead and with the most powerful of spins for the 260 on the Lycanroc. I don't think the game is out of our opponent's range yet. It's getting close. Yeah, very close to our opponent not being able to do anything anymore. We are gonna Vulcaner for that Lightning Energy and a superior. I think called superior. I don't know what they're called. Energy Recycler. I was like, that's not a superior energy. Hold on. Energy Recycler next turn. I don't know. They all get energy back. Yeah, we are gonna Vulcaner for the Lightning Energy plus Energy Recycler. Be able to retreat this, get the Lightning Energy back in the Lightning Energy back in the deck. Double Strong Charge. Reset up a Ray that should be able to one-shot a Zorark if I'm counting my energy correctly here. So, yeah, I think this one is just about over. See if our opponent has any last surprises for us. A Judge would be pretty good from them if they're gonna go for. Well, they benched a Lele. I think they maybe forgot about their Muck here. Oh no, they had the Judge the whole time. They're trying to get the extra damage in. That is definitely reasonable. Yep, there's the Judge. So this could make this one a little bit closer than I was hoping for. But there is a pass from our opponent once again. Just really unfortunate for our opponent. Not gonna lie. Strong Charge. I'm just gonna check. I think I leave both those in there though, so we can like set up a Rayquaza or potentially another guy out of nowhere. I think it's just gonna be a pass from us. Yeah, we'll hit him with a powerful spin next turn. Yeah, our hand is not great. Maybe it's time for a comeback from our opponent. Yeah, because we do not have a great hand. Hard retreating the Delmise didn't feel right when I can powerful spin with it next turn. Ideally, they don't get Kukui, or they already down in Devour Field. They usually only play 2. So, oh no, wait, my thing's in play. They have 1 Devour Field left, maybe a Kukui as well. So it's definitely possible they KO our Delmise. I'm curious as to how much energy they actually priced. Almost all Zorark decks play at least 4/4 for fighting for DCE, so I would assume theirs is nothing different. But yeah, they're not seeing it at all right now. There we go. DC Devoured Field. All right, let's give it to them. They deserve it at this point, I think. And Right is beating for the knockout. All right, we don't currently have a way to KO this Zorark. I'm actually going to push up the Cocoa Prism, I think. That is the most likely way we'll be able to get a knockout here. If we get Rayquaza energy, there's 2 energy in here from Strong Charge. That'd be 7, but we can't retreat our Tapu Koko though. So I think I'm just gonna Lily first. Treasure away the Marshadow. Grab a Rayquaza. Put him down. Strong Charge to him. We have the Vulcaner for the, what's it called, on the next turn. Superior Energy Retrieval. Not the Superior Energy Retrieval. The Energy Recycler. It's not called Superior Energy Retrieval. Come on now. Sure. And then pass over to our opponent. So we should pretty much have game set up here. Trying to think of ways that we lose from here. I can't quite come up with any. Currently head on the prize exchange, so they could go with counter gain at GX to knock this out, but we would be able to respond with the Shaman Prism, Vulcaner for the Energy Recycler, Ultra Ball for the Shaman Prism, get enough energy in play to take the knockout with the Shaman on the Lycanroc. But I'm pretty sure that's our opponent's only play, is to go for the Lycanroc play with the counter gain. I'm pretty sure that's all, yeah, the only situation that where they can win the game. So let's see if they go for it. I'm interested. I'm curious what else they would possibly have. There's the Bloodthirsty Eyes. Like I said, I think it has to be Retreat, Fighting Energy, Counter Gain. Pretty likely that they would have it at this point. They've seen a lot of their deck. There's the Fighting Energy. Oh, Cynthia, hoping for the Counter Gain. So their whole game is on this Cynthia here. We know we have the game on our end no matter what. There was a Latios. Don't see that guy very often anymore. And then their Right is beating 130. Not going to quite do it. We got 7 in play right here already. So yeah, the game all but over as we close it out here with a knockout on the Zorark. And we beat 2 Zorarks back to back. Not bad. So yeah, like I said, Zorark matchup feels pretty reasonable for this deck with the way Zorark decks are currently built. I kind of didn't even factor Muck in when I was initially thinking about it. Muck can be a little troublesome. But if you can just get enough energy in play, it doesn't really matter. You just start taking the one-shots and it's over from there. Opening the... We have like a really good setup here to go let loose into a GX attack on our turn 2, so I'm going to play for that. We're also going to mention Grubbin. We can like Ultra Ball away the Grass Energy plus Vulcaner, or top deck, get Ray, use Ray's ability, get the Grass on it, let loose, get energy for the Marshadow Retreat. Playing against some kind of fire deck, so I really like the idea of trying to pull off that play. So that's what we're going to go with here. That's the play we're going to go with here. I would like another card, thank you. Ooh. Turn 2 VikaRay in the hand, but no follow-up, so still probably going with the initial game plan. There's a Jirachi. So Jirachi plus Fire Energy most commonly is equal to a Charizard deck. There was a fail on a Nest Ball. I don't think they meant to do that. I think that had to have been a misclick. Oh yeah, that was almost a misclick for sure. So starting off a little bit rough for our opponent here as they misclick with the Nest Ball. There's no way that was not a misclick here. Unless they prize literally all of their Pokemon. We'll see what they grab off this Ultra Ball here. Hopefully not another misclick. It's going to be another Jirachi. So not a great start going on from our opponent. Oh no, don't Guzma my Grubbin. Okay, it's just switch. Whew. Sometimes I kind of debated like not benching him, but like Let Loose is so prevalent in the current meta that it's like I don't want him to Guzma. I don't want him to not get a Grubbin out because of Let Loose either. So yeah, there's an yep. There's the Charmander. All right, so we're up against the Charizard deck. So Shaman Prism's gonna be a big deal in this matchup. Delmise we can utilize pretty reasonably as well. So they didn't. Big thing to note here: they did not do anything. So Lele is looking pretty good here. Definitely don't want to do that. So yeah, we're gonna go with Lele for Lily here. Yeah, no draw supported from our opponent, unfortunately for them. And then that misclick on the, what's it called? Lily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do have Lysander Labs is pretty good in this matchup actually. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Rayquaza. Get rid of this, and Guzma is not like super important in this matchup, I don't think. But they are starting off really slow, so maybe it would have been worth it to hold the Guzma. So I could have Guzma chased. Could have got rid of a Vikavolt, I guess. Yeah. Oh no, not the Shaman. I wanted that one. All right, so we're down the Shaman. I didn't count my energy, so we're gonna go with the Lightning here. I'll hold the Labs for a turn, and just pass over to our opponent. All right, so the Shaman, unfortunately, leaves play. Would have been a great attacker into our opponent. It's a one prize attacker. I probably should have kept the Guzma. Yeah, I'm already regretting getting rid of Guzma. Should have got rid of a Vikavolt instead, I think. There we go. Our opponent finds themselves a Lily. Because if they stick with one Charmander in play, would have been nice to chase and KO that. If they get multiple Charmander, well, they should have had multiple in play. They should have already had 3 Charmander in play because of that nest ball. So, if our opponent hadn't made that mistake, oh my gosh, if we just got another Grubbin, man. If our opponent hadn't made that mistake, they would have been fine. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and play like our opponent didn't make that mistake. How about that? All right, Lysander Labs could definitely be potential denial here from getting knocked out through the choice band. So we're gonna do that. Could Ultra Ball for something. Ah, man. So we have another Candy Vikavolt in hand, ready to go potentially. Or we could grab Delmise. Like this. So we're going down to just the one Guzma left, but the option of like the Candy Vikavolt again is just kind of like too much. It just seems too good. Lightning can go here because of Cocoa Prism, and then go ahead, Dragon Break, knockout. Yeah, potential for another Candy Vikavolt is just kind of too good, man. I kind of don't want to pass up on that. Get that going. There's the candy. Perfect. Get the candy off the prizes again. It seems like all we're doing this this video is pulling rare candies off of prize cards. Not really complaining, just kind of funny. There's a Ditto from our opponent. Don't always see the Ditto in here, but having like a 5th Charmander is never bad. The deck usually runs 1 or maybe even sometimes 2 Charmeleon if you run the Ditto, but it's possible they have some alternate attacker, alternate tech attacker, or just tech in here that that the Ditto will be used on. We'll see what our opponent has in store for us on that here as the game develops. Another Jirachi. There's the Field Blower. Yeah, get rid of the Lysander Lamp. Get yourself another Stellar Wish. Go for it. Field Blower. Not something you commonly see in this deck, I feel like. Sometimes usually the deck plays like 2 or 3 stadiums, but usually no Field Blower. Well, they're able to utilize it here. There we go. Shrine of Punishment. Yeah, that's what I'm more used to seeing in this deck. Yeah, so our opponent off to a rocky start. The Shrine is going to be a little bit annoying, though. I mean, this really is why this deck is not like a tier 1 deck, our opponent's deck here. We go ahead and grab the Delmise and start to charge him up. Strong charge. Go ahead and throw a couple on here. I think I'll just chill. I don't think I plan on using anything else. I can't have the Vikavolt for sure, but I think we're just chilling and Dragon Breaking. All right. Still not quite have this one locked up. Our opponent still has opportunity to take it back if they are finally able to draw something to progress their board state. Another Stellar Wish about to happen for them. So here's where I'd be surprised if they actually drew absolutely nothing once again. But if they do get out a Candy Charizard, they are going to be able to deal with this Rayquaza through the ability. Knock this thing out, and then we'll have to follow. We'll follow up with the Delmise. Might even go Volkner for Stretcher just to go back-to-back Delmise. And then into some Vikavolts from there. Make our opponent Guzma if they actually want to ever get access to like GX Pokemon off my bench. There's that Choice Band I was talking about earlier. And then Lily for 4. There's Ultra Ball. They're being pretty aggressive with it. There's a Venture Bag. Charizard. So yeah, they were probably definitely sitting on Candy or Charizard this whole time. It looks like it was the rare Candy as they Ultra Ball for the Charizard. Yep, there we go. Candy out the Zard. Ooh, I think that's the wrong one. They're just going to lose the Choice Band here for no reason, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to have to burn 3 energy no matter what. Yep. There we go. Continuous Blaze Ball. A little bit overkill. Should have saved that Choice Band for sure. But it's not the worst thing ever from our opponent. How many energy we got here? 4. We do have 5. Alright, so we're probably definitely going to Vulcaner for the Energy Recycler. ASAP here. Just go ahead and get that in play. Get that going. Ooh, we do have the Cocoa Prism, though. Maybe we'll hold off for a turn until this thing gets knocked out. Let's go Strong Charge. I'll put Grass here and Lightning here. Go ahead and use that Cocoa Prism. Go ahead, put them here and here, I think. Yeah, and then once this guy gets knocked out, we'll use this to get the what's it called? We'll chill on it for now. Place that Stadium card. Yeah, because there's not quite 5 in here, right? Yeah, there's only 3. And then Powerful Spin, knock out the Zard. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. A ton of energy in play. A ton of energy more to come. Another Vikavolt, why not? So we could like probably attack with Vikavolt for the rest of the game if we wanted to. But then we also have the option of this Marshadow to copy the Rayquaza for a heavier hitter if we want. But yeah, really doesn't matter at this point what we're attacking with. As long as we're drawing a prize every turn, making it awkward for our opponent. There's an Erica, so they're going to get 5 here off that. No Zard currently in play, so they're looking for the Candy Zard off this Erica's for 5. Wouldn't be surprised if they had a piece in hand. Alright, so we're out of labs, so this Shrine of Punishment is sticking forever. I don't think it'll be really relevant as long as we're able to close out the game before it actually knocks out our Marshadow GX. As long as our Marshadow GX does not get knocked out through Shrine damage, I think we will be fine. If that happens, though, we're definitely in trouble for sure. There's the Charmeleon, like I was talking about with the Ditto. They're going to throw it on this guy, though. I don't know why it's not making its way to the Ditto. Maybe they do have some kind of tech attacker in there. Switch out to the Ditto. Oh, looks like they're just going to let him go. All right, goodbye, Ditto. Question is, how do I want to attack Charmeleon? I'm gonna Vulcaner here. Get the Recycler. Leave the Lightning, I think. We could take it, actually. It's like the same thing, so I may as well just grab it, actually. I think we attack with Vikavolt here. Yeah, I'm pretty... Oh, no, we can't... Oh, we can retreat, but it'll cost 4? That is a lot of energy cost. But I have to take a knockout this turn, right? Yeah. Oof. That is steep. That's definitely steep cost. Ugh, it hurts. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, Recycler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get him back in there. Strong Charge. And then Strong Charge again. Grass, Lightning. Grass here. Lightning here. We're actually starting to run out of energy at this point. This is getting a little sketchy. A little sketchy for my taste. For my liking. Electro Cannon, though. Knock out this Ditto. I'm trying to think if there was like something better to swing with this turn. We could have set up the Ray and swung with the Ray. But then he like for sure would have gotten to take 1, 2 ticks of Shrine, and then our opponent swings with the 3 energy Charizard for 180. Yeah, so that wouldn't have been that great actually. Definitely need to feed our opponent a non-GX attacker this turn for sure, and then kind of go from there. There's the Charizard, there's the Cynthia. Yeah, so this game isn't actually over yet. They'll knock out our Vikavolt, and then we'll knock out the Charizard with Delmise, but then we actually don't really have a great follow-up. We do have this treasure now, so we can get Lele for a supporter. So I think we actually just go get Lele for Vulcaner for Recycler, and then I think we pretty much have the game locked up. Yeah, we should have the game locked up in that situation, actually. So we should be good from here on out, actually. Now that we have the treasure. If our hand was still sitting dead, we'd be in trouble. But got a little bit better with that treasure. Just good enough, I think, when we're going to be able to... where we're going to be able to close this one out. Yeah, ooh, there we go. There they go. Finally getting out those Candy Zards. Yeah, only down 2 our Candy themselves. Only 9 cards left in deck. So it took them a little while, but they finally made it here. Now they need energy left in deck, I guess. But they probably should have some in there. So go ahead and Roaring Resolve. They only need 1. Yep, so they only take 1. They've used no energy recyclers of themselves, so those are going to have to make their way out of here. Make their way out of the deck here at some point. And yeah, continuous Blaze Ball, knock out my Vikavolt. Ooh, yep, there we go. The Recycler, they might go ahead and charge up this one actually already. There's no reason not to. I mean, I guess then I wouldn't Guzma it, so maybe they shouldn't actually. We'll see what they go with though. Yeah, there's really no reason to do that. Actually, the more I think about it. Alright, goodbye Vikavolt. It's nice having you around. Did your job. That's all we can really ask for. Alright, the boys take some more hits. And draw. Treasure away Vikavolt. Get ourselves a Lele. Volkner is in here, so we can just go Volkner for Recycler. And I think that pretty much locks the game up for us. I don't see a way we're losing the game now. The Volkner. Let's see how many energy are in here. 6, yeah. Volkner, Recycler, and Lightning Energy. Could hit it with that Stormy Winds, get one of those energies, but then I risk just discarding good stuff. Kind of thinking, is there anything good that I care about, really? There's not really not that much left in the deck. Let's just go ahead and Stormy Winds. Yeah, nothing super relevant. The energy loss kind of stinks, but really not too big of a deal. Strong charge. Can do the powerful spin now. We have 3 energy left in the deck. I might just hold on to this lightning energy, and I think we're just going to go with the powerful spin here. We can choose where to attach this next turn. Should it become relevant, which I guess it could become relevant as we get a grass out of our prizes. And yeah, I think we got this one pretty much locked up. We got a Ray with 2 energy, a Marshadow with 2 energy. If they Guzma knock out our Vikavolt, they have to put 2 damage on the Charizard. So then we can just knock it out with powerful spin once again. If they just knock out our active, we strong charge up the Rayquaza or the Marshadow and knock out the Charizard. So they don't really have a good way out of this one. Yeah, I don't see a game scenario where they ever win this one. So yeah, we have this one just about locked up. It got a little closer at the end. I have a feeling this matchup is actually pretty poor if our opponent sets up a little bit more aggressively. Because he got even close here at the end. They probably win next turn. Well, they don't have another Charizard in play. If they get another Charizard out, I guess they probably win next turn. But yeah, there's a concession from our opponent. We take another dub here against the Charizard deck in the end. And that's going to do it for this video on the VikaRay, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, the deck is definitely got a lot better in the current meta than it has been for quite a while. So definitely give it a try if you're a VikaRay fan or Rayquaza fan, Rayquaza GX fan in general. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Links to my live stream and social medias in the description below. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.